Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Chaile Time. My name is Tepo and I'm flying solo today. Remember in December I did an episode just before everyone went for holidays where I was giving some sort of advice to employees. I'm always, no, let me not say always. I'm mostly on the employee side because, I've been on the ground before and then I try to see things to view things in a different way, not only from the employer side, because most of the time I'm representing the employer, but also I'm trying to see things from the employee side. So let me start with this one. I helped a client to do a Section 189 retrenchment process. It actually went well, but I saw the outside, there are good employers, very good. The manager there or the director of the business, he was almost in tears when we were busy talking to the employees. And then, he was going an extra mile to make sure that before they leave, every process, every detail is explained to them. Every money that is due to them or that is supposed to be paid to them is paid accordingly. And then it will be paid in time. So it shows that out there are good employers. But whenever I say but, I look at other people, they take advantage of their good employers. So now the Section 189 case is closed. It's done. Everything, the process went well. But I was in CCMA the other day. I stayed there from 9 o'clock until 25 past 5 in the afternoon for a case of gross negligence. So this woman is an old woman. Fair, yes. It's always harsh to fire old people because after you fire, dismiss. It's always harsh to dismiss older people because it's always tough for them after that to go and find other forms of employment. But if they don't perform their duties up to the required standard of the company, some sort of discipline has to be taken. But good employers fall into a trap of they will let employees get away with so much to a point whereby those employees think they are untouchable. I've been here for 15 years. I've been working with Mr. Who for this kind of years. You see, now they're becoming arrogant also. And they grow, when you work with someone for a long time, you grow a close relationship with them. But you end up thinking that you are untouchable. And then you mess up so much, you will end up causing the company to lose its, like, let's say VIP clients, or the clients who are contributing a lot into the business. Now, if you are a risk like that, unfortunately, the company has to dismiss you. And then if you committed a misconduct and you are found to be guilty of that misconduct, you're going to have to be dismissed. But people don't see it that way. People will be like, ever since I started studying, I've been targeted. Targeted by who? Yes, they've been making my work environment hostile. So my question was, so if they make it so hostile, did your boss allow you to go and study? Yes. Were you getting study leave days to go and prepare for your exams? Yes. Actually, on the day you committed a misconduct, you missed an important email whereby you were supposed to register that claim within the required time, which is 24-hour cycle. After you receive the email, in 24 hours, you must register the claim. Did you do that? No. Why? No, I was in a boardroom doing my assignment because my assignment was due. Okay. Who gave you permission to do the assignment in the premises of the business? The employer. Oh, now the employer is cruel. He doesn't want you to study, but they allow you to use their premises, their internet, their resources to do your schoolwork, and because it's due, you need to submit by 12 midnight. So you understand, what I'm saying is that people tend to lose the focus on, this is my work, I have to treat it with respect, and then I have to separate work with my personal things. We're going to fight at work. We're going to have a misunderstanding at work. tomorrow I'll come in and then you didn't submit something that you were supposed to submit. Then I'm getting a lash from the big boss, and then I take out my frustration. Not to really say take out my frustration. I also get angry with you, but that's the nature of work. Then the person go on and claim that people didn't like the fact that she was studying, but she was given the resources. She was given leave days to go and study. All the opportunities that she needed or the resources that she needed, she was given. And she kept on saying she was targeted. So what I'm saying, and now to put cherry on top, she was dismissed on the 4th of December. Month end December, she got a full salary by the person who was targeting her, paid her full salary. You know that when you are dismissed, the day you are dismissed, your money stops there. You're not going to get any extra cent after that unless you qualify for your UIF, Provident Fund, whatever monies that you have accumulated through your working period. But after that, you're not going to get any cent. She got a full salary. And end of February, she got another money because the employer was like, I'm worried about her. Maybe she doesn't have groceries and stuff. But when she gets to the CCMA, she changed. The table changes. So my thing is also to employers, be a good employer, but don't forget to stick by the law. If you have to issue a warning, don't call the person in a office and say, yeah, I didn't like what you did on this day, without disciplining them thoroughly. Done. Now with this one, it's closed. Employers, please do the right thing. Another case that I did last week, Thursday, in the evening, Nocha, because it was after 5. 2 employees went on lunch, having a nice lunch. After the other one is got a Tupperware bottle. So she's like, no, I normally have my water there. So after lunch, I will get my water, bring it to my desk, and I start drinking water. But on the day in question, there was no water. There was wine in there. So I decided to bring... I'm not laughing. So she decided to bring wine from her car to her desk. It's an open plan office sitting next to the other one. The colleague was drinking an energy drink. The colleague finished the energy drink and like, hey, show me a little bit of what you are having there in this can of my energy drink. How they started enjoying their wine during working hours. Clean. I think they are working on a call center whereby they have to phone clients and then they have project-based work. I'm not too sure about what work, but it's a call center, you can see, because they have all those things, they're dealing with clients. Safety, somebody reported them, safety officer came, was called, and then safety officer took them to a common room, and then they were suspended, they were charged. In a hearing, they pleaded not guilty. And they do have a code of conduct which says no consumption of alcohol at the workplace or during working hours, or don't report to duty under the influence of alcohol. So when the first one pleaded not guilty, my mind already was like, what? And then she gave her reason. She said, no, it was just a mistake. Normally I take water from my car, but now this time, instead of water, there was wine. There was wine. So I brought wine, and then, it was not going to even disturb my ability of doing my work. So I'm not guilty. It was just a mistake. And it's not like I drank the whole thing. I just took few sips. Yeah, but she just took few sips up until somebody saw her and reported to the safety office. I think it was a supervisor, the person who saw her. So her argument was that couldn't stop her from doing her job. But that's not the case. The case is you are prohibited to bring alcohol to a workplace and consume it. But she doesn't see anything wrong with it. And then with the confidence that she was, like when she was addressing a case, she had a lot of confidence. No, it was not wrong of me. It was just a minor mistake. The company can just forgive me for this. This is not a big deal. This is not an issue. But the company's worry was that client also was one of their biggest clients. let's say you get intoxicated and then now you start saying wrong things, and then the client identifies that the person who's serving us is not professional, and they can easily pull out. And people don't look at the bigger picture. When you say the client can pull out, you're not the only person who's going to be affected. Let's say the company employs 500 people and that client contributes 50% of the profit that the company is making. So the company will have to do away with 50% of the people because that one client who was a big spender in this project has pulled out. So people don't see it that way. Second employee, the one who was drinking from the energy drink can. Not guilty. Not guilty. You know, I'm not guilty because this won't disturb me from doing my work. Yes, I was drinking. Yes, a friend brought wine and then I asked her to hoy for me in a can. But, you know, it's not going to disturb me. But he pulled a stand now at the end. At the end, it's like, yeah, you know, I have problems. And then whenever I have problems, I opt for alcohol. And then alcohol helped me calm my nerves. But I never disclosed this to the company. But now, I think, I'm not too sure, I think what he wanted to say is that he's got problem with alcohol. Not I have personal problems, and whenever I have personal problems, I opt to alcohol. I don't know if I'm making sense. You know, if someone says they have a problem with alcohol, then there and there, you can't automatically find them guilty. You have to look into the fact of, do they need counseling and so that. But now with him, he has personal problems, and those personal problems lead to him opting for alcohol. So he pulled that stand, and it's like, yeah. But his opening statement never started like that. His opening statement was like, I don't see a problem with me drinking when I'm on duty, and then that couldn't affect me and whatever that I'm doing for that client, and the business wouldn't be affected. Like I said before, they don't look at the bigger picture. He's only thinking of himself in that moment where he's doing the wrong things. So again, the moral of my episode this week is what I said in December. People tend to take advantage and then do wrong things, and then they don't want to be reprimanded, and then they say people are targeting them, they hate them. Yeah, I see how my supervisor's looking at me, they hate me. That's what I said in December. And then, this is what is happening currently in what I'm going through. And people, it's tough to get a job. It's not easy to get a job. It's like this guy, I attended this case. He left his workplace on the 20th of December. He only returned on the 12th of January. You know what his excuse was? Anyway, we were closing was at work from the 23rd to the 3rd. So I somehow decided to take. But I was not feeling well, I was sick. So when he returned, that's when he brought the sick note. But that's not the issue. No one can choose for you when can you be sick, when can you not be sick. But don't you think it is common sense to pick up a phone and say, Mr. John, I'm not feeling well today. I'm going to see the doctor and I'll keep you posted. Then you go to hospital and then you are granted leave or whatever off days, sick leave, whatever. Then you go there. Upon your return, Mr. John, can I take a picture of my sick note and send it via WhatsApp? We're living in the days of technology now. Can I take, or do you want me to bring it in when I'm coming back to work? At least you communicated with someone. At least that person is aware so that they can make some arrangement in terms of operations. Let's say now you operate a certain machine. Now they can get someone to come and replace your shift. That person maybe can work overtime to also cover the part of your work. But people tend to, I'm sick, I'm going to sit at home. I'll see them in January. How sick was this person? Was he really sick, or was he taking December holidays? You see, now those are the questions that are coming through. And I also established that in the last 11 months that he's been employed with the company, he has taken like 35 days of unauthorized, unpaid leave. So he will always do this. He will go off and come back on the other day and say, yeah, I was not feeling well. Yeah, I was sick. So 35 days. But now you know what is the loophole? That's why I'm always also talking to employers. He was never disciplined in that 11 months. Only in December, when he took those days until January, now they wanted to act and say, he absconded. The first question I asked the client was, does he have any previous warnings? They said, no, but this is the pattern, but now I can't prove the pattern because you don't have anything on document. So you see now it's catching with now the employer. And then you can see that the employer is a good employer. Who can let an employee go off for 35 days in a period of 11 months for days that they could not account for? It doesn't make sense, because I think the sick leave cycle, it's every 2 or 3 years, then you have 36 days of leave cycle. He used 35 in 11 months. I think that is abuse of leave. So once again, employers, yes, you are nice. Keep something in paper, even if it's a written warning. Don't be like one of the other clients that we once had, and instead when she saw us supposed to issue a warning, she started crying. Don't be that person. Play by the book, give warnings so that you can have progressive discipline, so that when you dismiss, then you have a case. Employees, don't take advantage of your employers. It's tough out there. Work, it's tough to find another job. It's not easy to find a job. It's easy to do something like drinking wine at your workstation. It's easy, it's all fun and nice and whatever, up until you get to the end of the road, and then your next move, remember, the thing is going to be on your record. When they phone for reference, who's going to attest for you and say, but yeah, she's a good employee, she hits the target, sales and everything, but she drinks on duty? You see, now that rubs off all that good record that you have. So don't fall into that trap. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Put your comments there so that we can also interact. See you next time. Bye.